Have you ever felt like you're re-speaking a different language to someone you used to be so close to? The conversations feel empty, the silence feels heavy, and you just don't connect anymore. It's a strange and painful feeling, almost like a quiet breakup. Growing changes you, and sometimes it separates you. In this video, we're going to dive deep into why outgrowing people hurts so much. Why it's a completely natural part of your personal growth journey, and how you can navigate this process with grace and let go without feeling guilty. So, let's start with why this hurts so much. Outgrowing people isn't about thinking you're better than them. It's not about superiority. It's simply about evolution. You're changing, your mind is expanding, and with that comes new values, new priorities, and often new boundaries. The pain you feel isn't necessarily about losing the person themselves, but about losing the familiarity and the comfort of what once was. It's like leaving a childhood home. You love the memories, you cherish the time you spent there, but you know you can't live there forever. This is a fundamental aspect of personal development. To grow, we often need to create some emotional distance. Think about it. When you're constantly learning, reading, or working on yourself, your perspective on life shifts. You might start prioritizing your health, your career, or your mental well-being in a way you never did before. This shift can create a gap between you and the people who are still in the same place they were 5 years ago. And that gap can feel incredibly lonely. You're mourning the loss of a connection that once felt so effortless. It's a grieving process for a version of a relationship that no longer exists, and it's completely okay to feel that pain. Acknowledging it is the first step. You're not a bad person for changing, you're just evolving. This evolution inevitably leads to misalignment. Relationships, whether they are friendships or romantic ones, are built on a foundation of shared values and understanding. When you're both on the same page, things flow. But what happens when you start turning to a new chapter while they still rereading the old one? Your values start to diverge. Suddenly, conversations feel forced. You might find yourself talking about your new passions or insights, only to be met with blank stares or disinterest. The energy in your interactions feels drained instead of uplifting. You leave catch-ups feeling more exhausted than energized. This is a huge sign of misalignment. Growth can feel incredibly lonely when the people around you don't get it. You might even start editing yourself, dumbing down your thoughts, or avoiding certain topics just to maintain the peace and fit into the old box they have for you. You start pretending to be the old version of yourself, and that is the exact moment a relationship stops feeling safe. A safe relationship is one where you can be your full, authentic self without fear of judgment. When you have to shrink yourself to be loved or accepted, the connection is no longer serving your growth. It's hindering it. This misalignment isn't anyone's fault. It's just a sign that your paths are heading in different directions. Now, let's talk about the big one: guilt. Why do you feel so guilty for choosing yourself? Guilt shows up when you prioritize your own growth over the comfort of staying the same. You feel like you're abandoning people, like you're being disloyal to the history you share. This guilt is often rooted in a deep-seated belief that we owe our loyalty to people no matter what. But what about the loyalty you owe to yourself, to your potential, to the person you are becoming? Staying small just to keep others comfortable is a form of self-betrayal. It's like pruning a beautiful, growing tree just so it fits in a tiny pot. You're sacrificing your own expansion for the sake of someone else's comfort zone. It's crucial to understand this. You can appreciate someone else's role in your past without needing them to be a part of your present and future. You can be grateful for the memories, the lessons, and the support they once gave you without chaining yourself to that chapter forever. Think of it like a favorite teacher from elementary school. You're grateful for everything they taught you, but you don't stay in their class forever. You move on to the next grade. Letting go is your graduation. The guilt is just a sign that you care, but it shouldn't be a cage that holds you back. So, how do you actually let go with maturity and grace? It's important to understand that letting go doesn't always mean having a dramatic confrontation or cutting people off completely. More often than not, it's a quiet, gradual process. It's about reducing access, creating healthy boundaries, and choosing alignment over obligation. Let's break this down into 3 key ideas. First, practice respect without attachment. You can respect them as a person and honor the history you have without being attached to a specific outcome for the relationship. It means accepting that you've both changed and that the connection no longer serves you in the same way. You don't need to force it. Second, create distance without resentment. You can slowly and gently create space. Maybe you don't reply to texts as quickly. Maybe you decline some invitations. This isn't about being mean or ghosting them. It's about protecting your energy and redirecting it toward things that align with your new values. The key is to do it without holding onto anger or resentment. Wish them well, but from a distance. And third, embrace your growth without apology. This is the most important part. You do not owe anyone an apology for becoming a better version of yourself. You don't have to justify your new interests, your new boundaries, or your new life goals. You don't owe anyone the old version of yourself. True friends will celebrate your growth, even if it means they see you less. The ones who make you feel guilty for it will likely benefiting from you staying small. And what comes after this painful process of letting go? What's on the other side? At first, it might be loneliness. And that's okay. This period of solitude is often a necessary part of the journey, but it's almost always temporary. When you outgrow people and situations, you create a vacuum. You create space in your life, and nature abhors a vacuum. That space you've created will begin to attract things that are in alignment with who you are now. New people will enter your life, people who get you, people who inspire you. You'll have new conversations that light you up, that challenge you, that make you feel seen and understood. You'll find a new kind of energy, one that fuels you instead of drains you. So try to reframe your perspective. You're not losing people. You are making room for the person you are becoming and for the tribe that will support that person. The universe will fill the space you create with connections that match your new frequency. You just have to be brave enough to create that space first. To wrap this all up, outgrowing people is one of the most painful yet rewarding parts of personal growth. It hurts, but staying stuck in relationships that no longer fit you is so much worse. It's a slow death of your own spirit. Honor your growth. Honor your journey. Release the old connections with love and gratitude, not with hate or resentment. And move forward without guilt, knowing that you are on the right path. You are not changing too much. You are simply becoming more yourself. If this video resonated with you or helped you in any way, please give it a like and share it with someone who might need to hear this. And don't forget to subscribe for more content on personal development and becoming the best version of you. Thanks for watching.